Hi, this time we are going to test the hardness of these four stones or minerals. In order to test this, we are going to use four materials, namely fingernails, copper coin, nail, and glass, with of course their specific hardness. 2.5 for fingernails, 3.5 for coin, 5.5 for nail, and 5.5 to 7 for glass. Now, as observed, they have different colors. It will be used as our foundation to determine the type of minerals based on their appearances to at least help us predict their specific hardness. Now, let's start. First is this semi-reddish. Based on his color, we will assume that it is a composed of hematite, which has 5.5 to 6.5 in hardness. So, let us test if our prediction is right. First, using my fingernail. Notice that my fingernail cannot scratch the stone, hence, the stone is harder than my nail. Next, using a copper coin. Even the coin cannot scratch the stone. Then how about using a steel nail? As observed, the stone is still harder than the steel nail. Now, let's try the glass. Shows that the glass is harder than the stone. Since the stone is harder compared to a nail but not for the glass, therefore we may conclude that its hardness is between 5.5 to 7.5. Now, let's test the hardness of this second stone. Though it has different color on the outside and inside, we will still use the outside color as our reference. So for this brown stone, we will assume that it is a limonite with a hardness of 4 to 4.5. Now let's test if our prediction about its hardness is correct. First, let's test its hardness using my nail. But as you can see, nothing happens on the stone. Now let's try the coin. However, nothing still happened. No scratches on the stone. How about we try the nail? Still, no sign of scratches on the stone. Notice that even the glass cannot scratch it. However, if we use the stone to scratch the glass, it will leave a few markings on it. Now we can say that this stone has a hardness greater than that of the glass, which is greater than 5.5. Now, let's try to test this third stone. Let's see which materials can scratch the stone. Seems like there is no scratches using my nail. So with the coin, no scratches. Same true with the steel nail. Even for the glass, no markings. We can now conclude that this stone has a hardness greater than 5.5 or greater than that of the glass. Finally, let's test this fourth stone. Since it has an outside color of white, we can assume that it may be a calcite, fieldstone, or dolomite with a 3, 6, and 4 hardness respectively. Now, let's test it like how we test the other three. With this, we can say that its hardness is less than 5.5.